Alright, so it's 6 minutes to 3 a.m. right now. Most people would be in bed right now, or, you know, not doing something that requires thinking or actions in any way, shape, or form. Me? I'm up here playing video games right now. That's something. Like, I know most gamers can probably relate to that, but most normal people, that's right, we're either subnormal or better. I'm not really sure which. No, we actually, like, do stuff. Well, that doesn't really say much. But regardless, I'm like an insomniac to begin with, so I'm not particularly worried. Anyway, I just wanted to get this dungeon out of the way. I played this game so many times, and 9 times out of 10 when you play a video game, like a lot, you do the beginning more than anything, and then you just give up. So I've done this dungeon a lot more than I've done the actual rest of the game. And there's another thing right here. This part right here, for the longest time, I did not know this existed. Like, I know there's no way to hide the actual path, like it's, you take a left. I always just flew by it, went up the stairs, out the door, and continued on with the dungeon. I never went that way. First 3 or 4 times through the game, I did not know that money was there. And I felt like an idiot when I found out, by the way. Like, it was so obvious, but regardless. This is the first dungeon, the Desert Palace. This is the first introduction. I believe this is the first ever introduction of the Staphlos enemy, which is what this guy here is supposed to be. Like, if you remember from, like, Ocarina of Time or anything, they actually look pretty badass, and they can actually, you know, fight you pretty fairly. This time they just jump around. They're immune to, like, the effects of the boomerang. What they do is, all it does is just take damage from them. They don't actually get paralyzed. But they do go down pretty quickly when you throw an urn at their skull. And that's what counts. It's actually the easiest way to clear this room here, too, is just run around and throw shit at them. There's 2 variations of those that I remember. I mean, there might be a third, I don't know. But the second variation, it's tinted a little bit different of a color there. And it'll throw their skulls at you or throw bones when you attack them and miss. Possibly when you actually hit them too, I don't know. Anyway, this little panel right here. Watch what happens when I touch it. Yeah. Mr. Hard to pronounce his name here will talk to you through your mind, but only when you're touching these panels. I mean, if I had that ability, I'd be turning it on all the time, not just like when someone was conveniently near a great block somewhere else. And he basically sums up, like, you know, the basic rule of any Zelda game. There's a giant chest in the dungeon. Right here, in this particular one, it's right there. Whatever you do, you need what's in this. Like, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 dungeons in this particular game where you can just skip it. You don't need what's in there. But this one right here, yeah, you do. You need this frickin' thing. Now, I'm not going to tell you what's in it, because either A, you already know from playing this one or another Zelda game, it's just obvious. Or B, like, I didn't need to do that. Oh yeah, check out right here. I don't need to keep cutting myself off here, but look at this. Fairy is spelled wrong. You notice that? Like, that might be a proper way to spell it, but it's not for that particular kind of fairy. And this is a Legend of Zelda game, so that's pretty bad. Fairies are all over the damn place. But anyway, we're on our way to get what's in the giant chest, because Lord knows I cannot live without treasure. That's like one of the main reasons you play a Zelda game. It's the same reasons you play a Metroid game for exploration. You play a Zelda game for treasure. The hell with saving the princess and killing Ganon, who seems to shapeshift on a frickin' whim there from pig to some kind of desert guy. No, you play for the goddamn treasure. I'm sorry. Boy, do I ever love fighting in rooms where I can't see more than a foot in front of my face. And yet, even then, I do not stop the looting. I'm not quite sure how I actually managed to get behind those things. That's pretty decent. Usually I have to just book and stay like an inch or 2 ahead of them when they're chasing me. You know what occurs to me? Remember when I told you about those chests earlier, how I did not find them? Like the chests and the urns there? How the hell did I miss it? I mean, I can see them right here. That's pretty damn bad. I'm not even sure how I pulled that one off. Like, I could chalk it up to childhood stupidity, but that aside, I have no idea. Okay, those little pink things, since I didn't actually get hit by them this time. Little word of warning there, do not get hit by those when you're relying heavily on your magic power. Because they will not, they do hurt you. Get the fuck back here, you little bastard. Yeah, if I can't kill you the legit way, I'll do that. Yeah, when you're relying on your magic power, oh, this is bullshit right here, then they will just, like, they start chipping it off. at the same time they're hurting you with your actual HP. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here because I didn't realize I was going to get hit so many goddamn times there. Yeah, you hit that button there, you get the big key. And I have to say, like, that's pretty decent compared to, like, how easy it was to get in the first time. I mean, they gave it to an inept guard with a flail, for Lord's sake. Now you have to clear half a dungeon to get it. That's a pretty good step in the right direction, like, from a professional standpoint here. Like, whoever the hell made this dungeon had a lot more thought than whoever put the guards in charge of the last one. Okay, main weapon in this one is the bow. Pretty standard for a Zelda game. You get the bow first. I'm pretty sure both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask had that as the starting weapon. Well, you know, item, weapon, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it makes defeating enemies in this dungeon a hell of a lot easier. Like, you know, one shot, one hit. Or kill. Sorry. Before you proceed on, you always want to hit like the right up room here. Just because, okay, it's a small, tiny little room here. I know, small, tiny. I don't know why I'm using both. But it's just full of money in these little pink things. You can completely dodge them without any effort at all, and you get almost, probably over $100. I'm not sure, I'm not even doing the math for this, so. And we're back out of the darkness, thank God. I hate that. Okay, I'm actually kind of surprised. Usually I end up getting caught by one of the little pink bastards, like, at least once. I haven't been hit yet. And they move pretty erratically, so. At least, you know, compared to other enemies. Like, even that guy managed to hit me, and he's just running in a straight line usually. When it comes to fighting those guys, it's all about how you throw either your pots or you shoot them with the bow, and it's pretty easy to miss with that. Okay, a little note about this room here. Yeah, these things come at you from every angle. Unless you stand right here in the dead center of the room, you're going to get hit. But the button you're looking for out of those four is always this one. Always. And if you rush through that room instead of hesitating like I did, you can actually get through there without being hit very easily. And you see how this dude here is a different color? Standard rule of RPGs and action fighting games sort of like that I like. When an enemy's a different color, usually it means he's either got a new ability or he's just physically stronger. Like these ones in particular here just have an additional, I guess, hit point if you want to call it that, or a heart. And for some strange, yeah, okay, and they seem to be immune to pots too. I kind of figured I just missed with my timing, but no, you can't actually hurt them with these anymore. But yeah, 1, 2, done. I don't know why I thought shut off the third one, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, one little note, like the boss room's up ahead, but this floor mat right here, in this particular Zelda game, these right here are almost always in front of the boss rooms, or at least one room before the boss room. And 9 times out of 10, like I know in the second world, I don't know about this particular world, I can't remember the rest of them, but in the second world, that little emblem on the floor that kind of looks like a minotaur in this one will usually represent the boss in some way. It doesn't for this one, at least not in my opinion, but it will in future dungeons. Like, just keep it out. I'll start pointing them out when I walk by. Since I don't want to go over, I know it's just a boss fight up ahead, but I don't want to go over, and they might just start jumping around and dodging me again like they did last time. So I'm going to call it quits here and kill them right off the bat in the next video. So see you then.